All right, so let's break down the Fed rate cut, and its effects and all about that. So the Fed cut the rate, cut interest rates by 25 basis points. The markets were expecting 50, so it was half that. And basis point is a hundredth. It's a hundredth of a percent, so it's 0.25% is what they cut interest rates by. And so interest rates are still very low. Typically, how interest rates work, historically speaking, the interest rates go up as the economy goes up to prevent inflation and other excessive growth, fake growth, to control the growth to a sustainable amount, not too fast, so it doesn't fall fast. And what they do is then they can, the interest rates regulate how much money is in the economy at the time. When it's higher interest rates, banks can't lend as much, credit is harder to get, and as a result of that, the economy can't grow as fast. It can grow at a more controllable rate, and that's really what we want. It doesn't sound as a good thing because the economy isn't growing fast, but as a result, the economy is more controlled, so to speak. So to say, whatever you'd say there. And then we cut the interest rates when the economy goes down. This will stimulate spending in the economy, stimulate growth, and will get the economy going again. Theoretically, that's how it's supposed to work. And I'll get into what this rate cut means for the future and everything. So, like I just said, the rate cut typically means it's meant to stimulate the economy, so it's not good for the economy. And markets went down after the rate cut for two reasons. One, because last year the Fed was like, "Oh, we got to raise rates constantly, very fast." It was fast rate increase, and now they overdid it, so they screwed up. And whether they screwed up or not is a different story. But the fact is, they screwed up. They don't have a consistent plan, and that will lead to uncertainty. You cannot have uncertainty in the markets. Markets will fall because no one wants their money if they don't know what's going on. Money in something where they don't know what's going on. So really, not only does it state that the economy isn't as good as they once thought it was, it's also a not consistent plan. Now they're going back and saying they overdid it. Well, how do we know that we're not overdoing it? You see what I mean? There's just not nearly as much certainty over the situation. No one knows what's really going on. And really what this gets into is when the economy actually starts to go down and really take hit, we're not going to be able to cut the rates all that much, because we won't be able to stimulate the economy. So it's a really big problem because the interest rates are powerful. They're very good at a certain extent, and while if you raise them too fast, they can derail the economy and everything because they could just totally suppress spending and all that. If you raise them at the right amount, time span, it can be very beneficial to the economy. Now, many times the Fed has screwed up and raised too fast, derailed the economy. But you can cut, and if you cut the rates when the economy's good and have rates at zero or whatnot, not only will the economy grow faster, but it will be fake growth. The economy will fall faster, and we can't cut rates, so we can't stimulate the economy anymore once rates are at zero unless we go into negative interest rates. That's a completely different story I'm not going to get into. So really, it's not a good situation. It's really a bad situation because we can't stimulate the economy this way when the economy actually gets bad. And if you don't understand what that means, it's not good. Another thing that's going on is the debt spending increase. So we just passed a spending deal, new debt, all this. I just talked about in the last video. And really what I think the Fed rate cut is occurring isn't because of the economy as much as the federal government is not able to pay back its debt without issuing more debt. So if we raise interest rates, the bonds will go up, right? and the bond rates will go up. And the federal government is not capable of paying back their debt at higher interest rates. They cannot issue debt deficit. It's not. The government is in a position where it's screwed itself and everyone else over because now they can't do much with their debt because, like, I'm not trying. I'm trying to find different words. I can't find the right word. But the point is, the government has to issue more debt, more loans, more bonds. That's how we issue debt. Is through bonds, and the government has to issue more bonds to pay back its bonds. That was at low interest rates. At higher interest rates, we have to do that more, and we can't issue more because we're spending too much, and it's a bad situation. So that led to the market to drop later end of the week, and there was also poor manufacturing sector numbers and other recession issue signals. And then jobs rate, the poor jobs report, came in. Yeah, as a result of that, it just was not a good week. And the Fed rate cut is not good for the long term, I don't think, of the economy. For when it really gets bad, it's not going to be pretty. That's all. That's the point. That's breaking it down. If you have any questions, just comment. I'll do my best. See you guys. Have a great week.